See, there's that doorbell. People want to come in already because they just love Tuesday mornings. Let's go ahead and take down your screen for right now, if you want.
You want me to stop sharing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're just gonna, hey, look at everybody. Now
Hello, everybody.
I love it. Got just a few.
Hi, Carolyn. Hi, Sharon.
Say hello to people.
Hi, Susan.
Here.
Hi, Sharon. Hi, Ken. Hi, Desi.
Hi.
Hi, Linda.
I met Sharon in
Hi,
Houston,
Jim.
right?
Yes. How nice you got to meet Sharon. You've been a lot of traveling lately. Love it. Look at, we have so many people jumping in here. We're just going to do some quick hellos. Good morning, because we want to make sure that we give people time to get logged in. And so we just want to kind of.
Good morning, good afternoon.
Yeah. Hey,
Hi, Jim.
Don.
Welcome. Jim, I didn't expect you here. I thought you were still on your trip.
No, we wrapped up. What's today? Tuesday? Wednesday? It's Tuesday. Yeah, I did come to work yesterday, but I'm still on vacation.
Of course, you had a great time. That's awesome. Hi,
Yes,
Dawn.
you had a great time in our city. Thank you very much.
Oh, you know, and I thought about reaching out to you, but we were just so jam-packed.
I know. That's what happens when you come to Vegas.
That's right. Hi, Jennifer.
Although when you're there for work, it's a little bit different. And then, you know, just trying to kind of work things around all the heat, I imagine that you're having.
I've already been out flying this morning. I already did a mission this morning for 2 hours. So all
There you
good.
go. That's how she rolls.
Yes, yes. So isn't it funny how you have to restructure your flights? You have to think about, okay, I need to get in and out before those batteries overheat, right?
Yeah, or the pilot does.
And that too.
Yeah. It's already 96 degrees out there.
How much?
96.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so you're having a cold spell.
Yeah.
Well, it's only 9 o'clock in the morning. Give it time.
That's right. That's true. That reminds me of when we were out in New Mexico, Desi. Man, remember it was like 98 degrees every day. Everything was overheating.
Yes.
But it was so much fun.
So
And we got to meet.
a few of you are in Florida right now, right? So I bet you're enjoying a little bit better weather there.
It's nice here. Yeah, it's nice. I'm enjoying it. How about you, Ed? Nice,
No, it's
right?
good. It's not so hot. It's amazing.
No, beautiful day.
Yeah, makes
I'm in my office and it's freezing in here. I'm like, oh, I want to be outside, but everybody's mowing the lawns and the parks and stuff. So I'm like, okay, take one for the team. That's right, Dawn. That's right.
All right, well, let's get this ball rolling because we are so excited to have our spotlight speaker here today. We have Ed with us. He is with VOTIX, and he actually started his career as a global leader in cybersecurity. He also is a production and mechanical engineer, and we are so excited to have him here with us to share about the company and how they are orchestrating and synchronizing the automation and share about his platform. So Ed, thank you and welcome to.
It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure to see you all. It's an honor as well to be in the Women in Drones, and in my presentation I'm gonna talk a little bit about it, how important I have the women in my life. So let me get started. I have a little presentation. Let me share my screen here. Oh, you disable my share screening capability, by the way. So I have to host, disable participant screen sharing. So I think you guys have to allow me.
Okay, we got you on Spotlight. So let's go get you back in there.
So
there. We just wanted to build that anticipation.
That's right.
Right.
So just doing that now. So as you mentioned, we have VOTIX, right? So we created this whole concept of drone orchestration, which I'm going to talk about it soon. That's my QR code. If you guys want to talk to me later, if you just put your camera, and they will find my contact information there. And that's it. I'm at Boucas, founder and CEO of Blockbit. Sorry, VOTIX. Blockbit is one of my companies, by the way. That's why I got confused because of writing that earlier this morning. So that's my LinkedIn as well. So I'm the co-founder with another two partners of VOTIX as well, Edwin and Daniel. And I'm the CEO of the company. I'm the founder CEO of Cypher. Cypher is one of the top companies in the world for cybersecurity. When I founded the company, it was a long time ago. I was only 22 years old. Was late 1999, early 2000. So it was a long time ago. And then the company became a very big company. I did 2 rounds of multi-million-dollar private equity investments, and then so the company to one of the 3 largest private security companies in the world, called Prosegur, is a $5 billion company, public traded European company. They bought my company, so my company became their cybersecurity division worldwide, which they have over 26 countries. And then they locked me up for 3 years as still the CEO of Cypher. And in the meantime, in the middle of Cypher, I also founded another company called Blockbit, which is a cloud cybersecurity company. So we are focused on securing the cloud. Was very early stage when I did that as well, in the sense that we're talking about protecting the cloud in 2015. Still at that moment, nobody was really, cloud was not as hot as it is right now. So we are also a visionary on seeing that. I also led 2 rounds of private equity investments, and I sold the firm, partially sold the firm to 2 private equity firms as well. And I'm a production engineer and mechanical engineer. I'm a member of the YPO. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this Young Presidents Organization, very big organization. They have chapters all over the world. I'm in Miami chapter. I'm a member of the Harvard Business School Alumni Angels of South Florida because I graduated from Harvard Business School in an OPM program. And when I did that, I won the award as the OPM Idol winner. You can see my accent a little bit different. So I have 3 citizenships. I am also American. I became American not long ago. I moved here with my family 7 years ago, and then I became a US citizen. But before that, because my family came from Italy as well, I'm Italian, and I'm also Brazilian. So I come from Italian, Spanish family. Half of my family, like my mom's part, is from Italy, and my dad's part is from Spain. They migrated to Brazil, and then I was born there, but I kept the citizenship of the Italian citizenship from my mom. And so I'm Italian, Brazilian, and then I moved to England before, and I live in London for 3 years, and then I moved to the US. So I have these 3 citizenships. And I think that is important, even though I know the subject is around drones and everything in the technology we're developing. But I think it's very important as well to mention, of course, how important women is in my life, starting with, so the first one on the left is my grandmother from my mom's side. And the second is my grandmother from my father's side. And then you have my mother there. You have my mother with my wife. And then you have my 2 sisters with my wife and I. You have my little girl, Isabella, which is my daughter. And then you have my wife and I again. So I think it's so important because the values in my family from the beginning is always the women is the strong pillar of the family. So I will get emotional if I start talking a lot about it. But that's it. So I don't know if because it is how my family creates the values, or it has a lot to do with the fact that we come from Italian roots. But in my life, every time in every phase of my life, women have always playing a very important role on being the main pillar of the family. Everything is pretty much sustained by them, right? So I think that they're the strong character of the family and uniting us and leading us in difficult moments. I think that women has a great ability as controlling emotions much better than men. and they're honestly emotionally much stronger than we are for many things, emotionally and for pain as well, right? So that they played my important role. My grandmother, for my mom's side, I remember when I was little, she was very present in my life. Every time my parents were traveling, I would stay with her, and she was a second mom for me. The mother of my father, even though I never met her, for some reason I always had her in my mind. So I'm pretty sure that in the sky she's always looking after me. My mom passed away like 2 years ago. That's why maybe I get a little emotional. I was supposed to be emotional here, but a little bit. And she was like the queen of my life. And now I have my wife and my daughter with my two sisters. So I was surrounded by very strong women, and I have huge respect. So all the respect for all of you, and I was being very strong in my life. Sorry, I wasn't supposed to get emotional here. It was not the intention, but that's me. So so now going to the subject, right? So I don't want to bother you guys. So amazing, only good things to talk about it, and very happy. So talking about what we're doing here. So as I told you guys, I started my very early stage cybersecurity. You're talking about cybersecurity in 1999, and I really launched my company Cypher in February 2000. So this was like 23 years ago. That was like before the bubble of the internet, and was very early stage where people. I remember going to meetings and people saying, "Oh, cybersecurity will not be an issue. We don't see any hackers as being a problem." I remember going to major credit card companies. They're saying, "Hey, we don't believe that online payments," and all this long time ago, right? So I started back then already with the vision that cybersecurity would become an important thing, and was very young. Recently graduated as engineer and started a cybersecurity company that then became a big company in the world. When I sold the company to Prosegur, we had presence in 15 countries. Now we have in 25. And we sold to this huge public traded company, European, like one of the top 3 largest private security companies in the world, 160,000 employees. And then my company became their cybersecurity division worldwide. So I was very visionary, and I was, thanks God, in the right, like doing the right thing. And I was able to build a huge company. And then I did with Blockbit something similar. Cloud security was the next big thing. But before, in like 2014, 2015, nobody was talking about it pretty much as we're talking now. And now it's very obvious that everybody must use cloud services, but it was not like that back then. And we're already investing on it and creating a nice company, a beautiful company, which is right now, and grew a lot. And we protect right now over 1 million users and more than 4,000 companies, right? So, and then I was exiting my lockup period with Prosegur, which I had to stay 3 years after I sold the company. And then I met my partner, Edmund, and 2 years ago, and he was talking about the things he was doing, and he presented me that this project was very early stage of VOTIX. It wasn't called VOTIX back then. That he told me, "Hey, I'm developing this drone platform for the last 2 years. Right now it's 4 years, but back then was 2 years." And I thought it was really interesting. I said, "Hey, I love the idea. I love the concept. I'm still having to dedicate my full attention to the company that I just sold. I'm going to have to work there another 2 years, but let's keep in touch." So I will start mentoring them how to position the product and working with them while they continue the development of the company. And when my time at Cypher ended and I didn't want to continue, we kept in touch pretty much every month, right? Having lunch and talking and mentoring and all this. And then we said, "Hey, let's really do something together." And then we strategized the whole idea of how we're going to position that beautiful technology that we have been developing the last 4 years, which is all about orchestration. I learned all this concept from IT long ago, from cybersecurity long ago, which is orchestrating big data and putting all together in a beautiful product that you can see. We branded the company, we hired the team. This was early this year, and launched the company together, right? So what we created, and again, after 4 years development, was over. We had to fly until before even launching the company. We flew like 2,000 hours of flying time in drones to make sure that everything was certified, which was kind of 5,000 missions we did ourselves. And the platform now is amazing and having a great adoption, huge top 3 global oil and gas companies using it, and big mining companies and police departments and all this. So the adoption has been great. And what we're doing is drone orchestration, which is connecting all the moving parts and making it easy for you to manage your drone program, right? So your drone program have an ecosystem around it, right? Which consists of many moving parts, as I mentioned, from the corporate system that requests a mission, right? Let's say you were I give an example of oil and gas company. They manage all their services through their service management platform, right? Which can be SAP, can be Oracle, can be MC, whatever. So those are the one requesting that service. And instead of you having to include that in both systems, because of course you have to still put in that system because they measure their SLA, service level agreements, based on their own corporate system, but also you have to bring that information into and create a mission based on that. So instead of having to do this work twice and without integration, we are able to integrate through our platform this moving part of the corporate system, right? And then you have to fly. If you don't have a waiver, you have to get the lens approval. So it's another moving part. Within our platform, you can get that automatically in real time. And then you're flying, right? You need to know weather information, you need to know traffic information, zones you can fly or cannot fly. If you're even flying BVLOS or not, you might be using a collision avoidance systems. So we have these other moving parts that we need to connect, and we connect that in real time, make it easy for you in one single dashboard and panel. You can control all that. And also, if you have a drone in a box solution, you also have to connect to this drone in a box solution and do precision landing, control the drone in a box station as well, and orchestrate that part as well. And that's what all we do. We all, through our cloud platform, we are able to organize all this, make it very easy for you to operate your drone. We automate the workflow. We automate approval that we have to do, not only with FAA, but also the approval that we have to get from stakeholders, from clients and all this, and document all that. And after you do all that, we also organize all the collected media and data. So we organize, we concentrate and organize all the logs. You can do log importing or automatically or not, and you can import all your logs and correlate those logs to the mission you have created before. So you create a mission, then you flew it, so you can understand if what was planned was really executed, right? And then you control that by pilots, by organizations you work. If you're providing services, you're multi-organization. You also organize by organization, so you can see all this beautiful information in a very simple way, right? So what we do is we organize, and we have a suite of products with a platform, and we broke it down in 3 independent and standalone products, which you call manage, stream, and fly. They're kind of self-explanatory, right? So in the manage product, right, and the 3 products, of course, they're integrated. If you buy the 3, you have a whole platform, right? But you can buy them separately. So if you buy manage, you can manage your missions, from mission requests, planning, to resources that you have, your drone, your fleet, right? Your drone in a box, and even the human resources you have as always pilots, and you can measure productivity of your pilots. You can measure performance of your drones. You can organize your data, create beautiful insights and very nice dashboards to control your indicators and create insights and intelligence, right? So that's the product called manage. Then you have the stream, which regardless if you have the manage or fly or not, we created a beautiful product that you can in real time stream your flight videos, right? So you can stream from any drone to anyone, and even to multiple people, your videos in real time, very low latency. We're talking about 0.2 seconds of latency, because we have our own VMS, which is video management system, and we control all that. So you're able to stream to multiple people. You're also able to, in real time, and you can do that authenticated. You can do an open link. You don't even have to have access to the platform, or you can do an open link with a PIN. And also you can even stream if you're doing something more commercial to video service platforms, just like YouTube, Vimeo, Facebook, Twitter, and you can stream them, right? And at the same time, we allow you in your let's say you have an operating center, right? You have a command center or a operating center, right? And you want to see all your situation, create your situation awareness, right? So you can, let's say you're a first responder, right? And then you want to see the video coming from the police, that maybe the video coming from the firefighters, and you can have videos from the local CCTVs or maybe from body cameras, and you can see in one place. So we can ingest feeds coming from other video sources, and you can do that in floating windows, which you can organize how you want. We have a predefined dashboard as well for that. So that's the stream. And the fly is where we allow you to remote control fully control your drone and payload, and allow you to do BV loss operations. So like we have a very beautiful case that we help one of our clients to get a BV loss waiver to do pipeline inspections for an oil and gas facility and in a very long range, and we're very successful on that. And they got it using our technology. That's one of the cases we have, besides other ones we have. And so that's the whole idea. The fly is pretty much, and they also fly include stream and manage, is where you get the full value of the platform, where you can fly your drones remotely, you can integrate with in real time and in live with your collision avoidance systems, creating, of course, actions to your system once you find something that can create any risk to your mission, to UTM systems, right? The traffic management systems, and even to your drone white box solutions and all this. So we do that in real time and allow you to fly your drone remotely, and using our cloud platform. And if your drone is not connected to the internet, doesn't have any advanced connection, we have our gateway that can be inside the drone. Is a very small piece of hardware with 60 grams only, that can allow you to become a virtual pilot in your drone, connecting directly your drone to the internet through cellular connectivity or through Wi-Fi. And you can do that. And also, or we can put our gateway inside of the drone box solution, connecting directly to your drone through Wi-Fi as well. It doesn't have to go through the controller. Or we have a mobile application that you can put in your controller as well, which can do the same through your with a mobile app into your smart device. So that's what we do, right? So that's pretty much an overview of what we do. And we are VOTIX, and we like that's our main message there. We go beyond, and you allow you to go beyond as well. So I hope I did it on time, and
You're fine. That is great, and such great information. We thank you so much. And I know some questions will start popping up into our chat. Feel free to put information in there. And thank you so much. But I wanted to ask a couple questions about the platform itself. It just sounds so amazing. And so kind of going back to the beginning. So it's like a synchronization of all of the different parts of actually doing a mission. So you're managing it, you're streaming it, and then you go out and fly. So let's talk a little bit about when you're talking about that management, and you indicated how much cybersecurity and how important that is. So what would be the actual workflow for managing the data right out the gate, as far as the fleet management and the pilots, that pilot information?
Yeah, so that's a good question as well. We try to automate our whole flow. We don't want data to be outside of the platform or getting outside of the drone. As you know, I'm a cybersecurity guy for the last 23 years. That's another the things I add to the company as well. Not only the whole idea of creating this big data management, and but also automating workflow in the sense that you avoid weak links into your chain. So you avoid manual process that can create any data leaking. So for example, we allow you to, after you do a mission, right, and you collect your capture data, you capture your data, which are pictures, your videos that you did in flight, or LiDAR information. Most of the time you have to have the SD card from your drone physically get out of there, put in your computer. So first of all, you don't know the guy's computer if that's safe or not. You have like a manual transmission of data in the sense that you have manually to get it and put it. So it's not a secured process, right? The way we do is called the drone and cloud connection. So we allow you to, after you do a mission or even during the flight, to import your data directly to the cloud, fully encrypted, fully authenticated, in a way that nobody has to really manage the information itself. It doesn't have to do a manual process. So that's one of the things we do. Another thing we do as well is like importing the log as well automatically to our system. We allow to create the whole workflow where we document who approved the flight or not. So there's a lot of things that we do there, and everything is fully encrypted by design. And everything has, we have a very good way of organizing roles for each user that we have in the system. So each one has a permission to do different things, and it's very granular the way you can set it up as well. So that's a lot of things we can do to not only automate workflow, but making your workflow more secure.
Awesome. Awesome. So it looks like we already have questions starting to pop up into the chat. Feel free to put your questions in there. What size company do you work with?
We are a technology provider. So the whole idea that I got it a lot from the IT world. One thing I forgot to mention, that I see the drone industry now very similar to the IT and cybersecurity, the whole internet industry like 20 years ago. Honestly, when I go to a trade show, and I used to go to trade shows in the internet, beginning of the internet. Remember, internet became commercial, 95, right? Internet became, which means like very, very early internet stages when it became commercial. It's the first breakthrough of, hey, there's something that we can use, was 95. I created my company 99. So it's very early stage. Even the internet connection was horrible. You probably remember the modem and all this. It was noisy, using phone lines and very low link and all this. So remember, it was very early stage. And I remember going to trade shows and seeing a lot of similar things that I see in the drone industry now, still getting organized, the roles in the industry, who provide the services, who does the distribution, who developed the software, who developed the hardware. I feel like there's still a lot of people play a lot of roles that normally when you go to IT world, which I think the drone will kind of replicate that, they segregate it better. And a lot of people are trying to do a lot of things at the same time. And I believe in niche companies. I believe in specialization. And you can do better if you focus on one thing and do it the best way. So that's what we do. We only do software. And we only do software to what we do. We don't provide services. We don't sell any drones. We don't sell any hardware. We don't integrate anything. We just are fully focused on building the best technology possible. We don't sell directly to the idea that we sell through our partners. So the partners can be service providers, can be, even OEM into drone platforms, the hardware itself, but we don't sell direct. So potentially our customers can be anyone, from a pilot that needs to organize their flights, centralize their logs, and they maybe want to stream to their clients what they're doing and showcasing what they're doing, to like service providers that have like thousands of pilot contractors that want to manage their workforce, want to manage productivity, want to build them, and want to know, understand how much they're billing them, and the productivity they have, the performance they have, how to manage their fleet, how to manage the maintenance of the fleet, and all this. To like a company like that huge oil and gas company on the 3 top in the world that we did in the US here in Northeast, that they got us through their own inspection company, right? But they got our technology to allow them to fly BVLOS, and they got a BVLOS waiver after we installed our software there, which took us like a couple of hours. Just to give an idea, we were called on Monday, say, hey, we are trying to get this BVLOS approval for the last 3 years. We are failing. We failed last time. We cannot fail again. I heard you have amazing technology that will allow us to do the BVLOS using a fly mode, your fly product, right? And we really want you to install it because we have a new FAA certification coming up. So we need to create all the the recording, all the telemetry, and we're going to have to submit to them next week. So like, I need you to come here, install your software and help us to get it. So we went there like in a Wednesday. No, sorry, we flew on Wednesday night. Thursday morning, we spent just pretty much in the morning, we installed we helped them to install the system, which is very easy. Our flight product. In the afternoon, we're doing some demo flights just to make sure everything's fine. Friday and Saturday, we flew 10 flights, more than like 12 hours flying, everything recorded, collecting all the telemetry the way the FAA needed, using our technology and our gateway in their drone. And like on Tuesday, guys, they submitted to FAA, and after like on the following Wednesday, like a little more than a week, or maybe you can like following like the whole process, a week and a half, but following like in 6 business days, they got approval after they're failing that for so long. So we felt very happy about it, because it's an amazing case of how quick everything started. Of course, they had a process before, they failed, so probably that expedited process. But the fact that we installed our software and start using like in the Thursday, and we did like 2 days of testing, and in the first try and the first test, in a little few days, we got approval. Was everybody was saying, the client was very happy, because he never heard anything as quick as what happened. So there's a very good indication that we have the right technology, and we did the right things.
Awesome.
So,
Awesome. So when we're talking about that data management, fleet management, I know every company has their own idiosyncrasies. So I assume they would be able to utilize your platform. Are they able to modify it to meet their needs?
So for example, your first, when you get a request, you get the request form, is something you can customize to your needs. So if you have requests that are very particular to your case, and you need to start requesting a mission inside of your system and including the data or asking for the data, you can customize that. You can customize reporting. You can customize also the checklist that you have. Let's say you created a mission, right? Somebody's going to fly the mission. Before start the flight, you have a checklist. They have to check all the boxes. You can customize that as well. So it's pretty much, you can customize to any needs. And to your point as well, for the last question, how big has to be the company to buy it? Honestly, our managed product starts at $19 a month per user, right? So what happens is the managed starts at 19, the stream starts at 29, and the fly, which is include both the fly, the manage, and the stream started at 99. So we did something to be big, to really be a big platform with a lot of adoption and to scale. So, and that's what we did. So we create a pricing for what you get. Again, you can manage all your media, so you get cloud space to work with, where you're in one place, you can see all your mission history and once you click on a mission, and even before on the dashboard, you can see how many data you collect in that mission, in the sense of pictures you took, videos you made, and also if you want to put the renderings of your mapping as well. We have full integration with Pix4D natively, so we run the SDK in our cloud. Doesn't even go to their cloud. So if you take all the pictures, then you want to render the image and create a mapping, is automatic. Just pressing a button, you do it. So we create a product that is very powerful. Again, more than 4 years of development to get into the point we are. A lot of money that we spend doing that, and I'm an investor of the company as well. I know that pretty well. And now we created something that everybody can use. If you're flying a drone, we're gonna help you to save your time. Because if you're doing missions that are very similar, or you're doing missions that are in the same zone, so we create templates. So once you fly, you can use that mission that you flew as a template to the next one. So you don't have to rewrite that again to include that again. So use that as a template and just have a new name, a new flight. Or the same for the zone, the geofencing and the path you're using, and even and then you have the list of pilots you're flying, so you know which pilot flew that mission with which drone. So you can see, hey, that drone, how many missions that drone was flying, or that pilot, or I was flying to that organization. So you can organize by, okay, my client name is that, so I want to see the flights I did for the client. you organize that in a very nice cloud environment.
Sounds like an amazing dashboard. I want to really quick, like before we talk a little bit more about that dashboard and some flights, Marcia, who is also from Brazil, she has asked some very, very good questions in here regarding does it adapt with third-party software? What platforms can you fly through this as well?
So we have the 3 platforms, which is manage, stream, and fly, right? The stream works anything because the stream is based on the mobile you're using, is the smartphone or tablet. So the stream itself can work in any drone because that's not that we are streaming the signal that is coming through the controller, which can be any phone, right? So the stream doesn't have any limitation for the drone. The manage as well, because the manage is a cloud platform, they organize our data. And you might say, okay, but what about to import the logs, right? In some things you can do. For example, what about if you want to capture the data? So the way we do log importing automatically, we also use a mobile app called VOTIX Share, VXS, right? And the VOTIX Share allows you to, if it's compatible, of course, not all manufacturers. So the thing is, a very small portion of manage, you need integration with the drone manufacturer. So of course, for the mainstream platforms, we cannot help you to automate the log, the way you import the logs, but you can even manually just import it, which is not hard to have one place centralize our logs. So to your question is manage and stream, they're pretty much drone agnostic and by design, and they can work with any drone. What might happen in the manage is maybe the what we call the drone to cloud connection that we create, that we automate some of your process of when you transfer your media from the drone or your logs from drone to the cloud. We support most of the drone manufacturers, but in case it is not there, you still can do it. You still can do all the powerful platform that you have. Because again, the whole idea that is you can organize that and you can import all the data after as well. So that's for the managing stream. On the fly, we also design the fly to potentially work with any drone, because the way we create intellectual property is in IT we call lower level, means more broad, right? In a lower level of the controller of the drone itself. So by design, we're able to connect to all drones, but you have the drones that we have certified. So for example, DJI, Parrot, like all these commercial drones, we have certified in platform, which potentially we can work with anyone within a period of a week, if you give us a week to certify that platform. But we have already certified many platforms, including Parrot, DJI, now in the Mavic-based ones as well. We are designed to support them because we use the gateway to that, right? So again, in the manage, in the stream is very transparent because by design we can do it. In the fly mode is always good to certify that, but by design we're supposed to support any of them. If you haven't certified, making sure that everything is fine, take us like a very little time to do that, maybe max a week, and we have certified a lot of platforms already. So.
Awesome. Can you tell us a little bit more on our own lines of the fly and the automated flights that you can implement through this?
No, so can you repeat the question?
So can you tell us a little bit more about the automated flights that you can implement through this? So I know during some of our conversations, you've discussed the QR codes and those type of automated flights.
Yeah, so in terms of the fly mode, we do a lot of automation that we enhance your drone capability, right? So for example, you need to do precision landing because you're delivering something or because you have to fly and land into a drone box station. So that precision landing is ours, right? So we use the visual intelligence, what we call the visual intelligence, because in our gateway, we can process image there as well. So we can do precision landing very accurately to land either in a so we use, of course, a Aruco code to do that. So using a Aruco code, we can fly and land in any Aruco code, pretty much like that. So that can be for delivery, that can be for go to mission, that can be for drone in a box integration. So that's one of the things that we enhance your drone capability. We can enhance your drone capability because, as I mentioned, we have our own video management system, and we process the video on board of the drone in case of big drones as well, with our gateway. So we can do like barcode reading. We can do that's something that's coming up very soon, is object and human detection. That's coming soon. And also we can do object counting in real time. And the post-flight, we can do object volume calculation as well. So that's some enhancements we can do. All the enhancements we do for the drone, which is much more than the drone can do, is integrate the drone to the ecosystem. So you're flying, right? And you're using a collision avoidance system. So in our system, we allow you to understand that awareness, and we can take some actions. We can automate the actions, or we can just alert the pilot to do something, right? So he doesn't have to rely on him looking to different screens to do that, right? So we increase a lot the security and the safety of the flight. Most of the safety of the flight in that case. We allow you to do offline missions as well. So in case you lose connectivity, the drone can still fly, because we have an autopilot within the drone, which we upload all the mission there. We have a lot of actions that you take in case an emergency, or if you lose connection as well, which is, we allow you to create multiple rally points, multiple safe landing points, so you can land safety in many places, and we calculate for you the best place for you to land safely, which again, we can do multiple. So we can put like 20 places if you're flying far away. So you're always going to be safe in the sense that you can land very close to where you are, in places you already assessed before they're safe places to land, right? So it's a beautiful platform. We do a lot of things. We allow you to manage multiple drones at the same time, so you can multiply your time as a pilot. So if you can fly remote, or even if you're controlling in the ground, but you need somebody in a teleoperation helping you in your flight, and understanding and even controlling your sensor, you can do that as well. Or in case, which I believe, of course, it's obvious that is the future, which is BVLOS, you potentially can manage multiple drones at the same time and multiply your time. And BAS, you don't have to drive to these distant locations to do all your flights and waste your time in traffic or having to travel that much, if you are able to do that remotely, right? So you can multiply you can, because normally you charge by the hour or by the mission. So instead of doing 2 missions a day, 3 missions a day, you can do 30 missions a day, right? And get 10 times more money, and make 10 times more money than if you have to drive around, right? So that's the whole idea of what we created.
Awesome. So there's a question in our chat, and I think it was done by Tawny. Tawny was wondering if you are going to commercial UAV in September.
Yeah.
Yes.
We have a booth there, a big booth there. Yeah.
Awesome. We're looking forward to seeing you there. Also, Dawn Zoldi, she has posted in there a link, because you were on her podcast, I believe it was last week. And so she's posted that in there for us. Looks like you were at the EDRC summit. So you are very active out there on many things. Does anybody else have any questions that they wanted to pop in there while we are kind of moving forward? We really only have about 15 minutes left. So
about being active, we are now as well. We did the Exponential Orlando event. We were in the Houston with the Energy Summit. We're doing the Las Vegas, and right now we are in New Jersey doing it's not only drone related, it's for police forces. We are there, and we are also in Mexico City in also a drone related event for police forces as well. So we are very active. Yeah.
Actually, that's right up Tawny's alley, because she is one of the pilots for the Chula Vista PD. So that is right up her alley. So can you share with us the dashboard? So if we were to sign up, what would we be expecting when we are actually navigating through the dashboard?
Oh, I wasn't, let me just 1 second. because I wasn't prepared. Let me try to find something that I can help you with, because I wasn't prepared for that. And we have demos because normally most of the time who does the demos are my guys.
Well, I was just.
I know how to do it for sure, but honestly, I'll be honest with you, like
for all of us, right? So
let me
I was
see if
just
I can,
meaning, I know in the past you've actually indicated that it's actually very easy to navigate and get signed up and utilize some of the reports and such. that
yeah, let me
you
try
have.
to get, I have some images that I can share. Just 1 second, just
Awesome.
sure if
Awesome.
be prepared for that. So
And
apologize.
then, are you affiliated with any state and government agencies looking to expand in the drone business sector?
Government related, no.
Yeah.
We're VSI, but we're like agencies, not yet.
Okay. Also, we have a couple more questions in here. What would be the advantages of VOTIX over traditional planning software?
Yeah, so most of the the only thing I found very quickly here was the new flyer. So I can give you an idea. Let me just share my screen, and then I asked him this question, which is an amazing question. I really want to answer that. I have a great answer for that, but just so I give you something for what you asked. So this is one of the screens here. This is on the manage side where you can see multiple missions at the same time, and you can filter that. So you can put pretty much the global map and see all your missions in the map. And then you can filter by missions and by projects, by drones, by pilots, and you can see that, right? There's a little bit more. That's one of the dashboards that we have for controlling performance and the drone and all this, all the telemetry. This is one of the views, of the stream and fly. You can have the cockpit here. You have the map. This is a thermal, and this another one. But I have more. I just have to look for. But answering the question, not to lose the momentum. So, for example, most of the products that compete with us in the managed product, they are very focused on post-flight rather than pre-flight. So they're very post-flight logging oriented, right? So they're pretty much a log organization tool, which they help to centralize the logs. And that's their main focus, right? They have some capabilities of doing the planning, but not as organized as we are, because we also can fly. So we know exactly what we need to do that. So they're very focused in post-flight period, right? Very focused on allowing you to import the logs and organizing that logs pretty much for reporting for FAA, right? Not to help you with productivity. So what we do much better, for example, they don't allow you, normally the ones that compete with us directly, they don't allow you, for example, to view your past flights and correlate that past flights with your media that you have collected, right? So they don't give you that ability for you to say, okay, I flew and I have those logs, great, which show what I did, but what about the media that I have captured? Because that was the reason why I flew, right? I flew to capture the media, right? The reason why I did that flight was because I had to take the picture for my client, or videos, or create pictures to render as a mapping as well, or to do inspection. So that's the real thing that has value there. The log is nice. We do an amazing job on that. It's good to see a lot of things there, but it has a lot of a compliance factor there. But the good thing about what we do different than what they do, they don't allow you to manage the media into your same platform where you can see the media and correlate that media to the missions you have and who collect the media, what was the pilot, and all this. That's one of the things. The second thing is they don't automate the process of approval. For example, they normally don't do the lens approval automatically. So whoever does the lens approval normally don't do the good log management or post-flight. So, or either you have some tools that do the pre-flights a little better, then help you even to get approval, or those post-flight. So we're able to do both. Very good pre-flight with pre-flight checklists and reports, and post-flight pretty well, and allow you to create a mission just like you're really flying a mission, because you can fly with us. So you allow to go all the way, and nobody really creates a flight request to your pilot that gives the boundary they can fly. So you can only fly in the geofence. That's a path I want to do. That's the waypoint you should be covering, and that's the action you should be taking. And you should be flying this drone, and by that time, and then you give that to the pilot. And when you do that, you're not being negligent, right? Because normally most of these guys, the service providers say, hey, I want you to fly this, go there, fly this is the picture, this is the map, go there and do it. But what if he's outside of the geofencing, they get a penalty, or they're penalized for that, or an incident happens outside of the zone they should be flying, right? You are the one requesting the service, and you never really documented that pretty well. So you can segregate the pilot's responsibilities for the requester responsibility, right? So we do that pretty well, which in the other place you don't do. So the answer to that question is that we do things they don't do, like media management and correlating of the media to the missions. We allow you to correlate the planning to the post-flight, where you import the log and correlate that to the mission. So you know what you plan and what you have executed, and that should be matching. So you know if they with the telemetry, if they went out of the geofencing, for example, say, hey, you should have done it, right? You should be more careful next time, because we might have a problem. But also we create better workflows where you can get approval, you automate that, you document pretty well. And if you have to delegate something to someone, that delegation is very well documented.
Awesome, awesome. And then following along the workflow of it, how is the data, once it's actually created and the map is made, how is that actually delivered to a potential client?
Is delivered to?
How is the delivery of the data to your client?
So the way we manage the data in one big cloud portal, right? So the data is there, and every data is linked to other, of course, to other data, right? So the pilot flew that mission with that drone in that zone, right? Within that geofence, so we can organize all that, and he collected that media and generate those logs. So everything is mission related, flight related. You can see it and optimize it. So and that's there. You can see it. You can give that interface to your client so they can see that as well. But in case the client wants to consume that, you can consume through either going to the platform and visualizing it and navigating, or you can give them reports, and we can customize and create reports that you can handle to your clients. Or another deliverable as well, in a click of a button, you get pictures that you collected, and you render that to a mapping in Pix4D automatically. So, and create a mapping scene within our platform.
Awesome. So how much customization is available for your subscribers? That was from Tani. She was wondering, we had
In
been
terms
talking
of
about
licensing, or in terms of customizing the features and the workflows? Like, I don't know. Let me answer in the two ways, right?
Yeah, so more like customization of like the interface itself, or the output, what the users are seeing at their end.
Yeah, so we can customize things that we believe are different from place to place. So for example, you can create different request forms. You can create your own workflow to approval, where you can include people into the approval process. You can do it. So that can vary, or can have none, or can have some, or any, right? We allow you to customize your dashboards and all these beautiful graphics that we create in your dashboard. You have all the indicators and telemetries and all this, the visions you want to see. You can filter and then create new dashboards to a client or to a drone, or so you can filter that pretty well, or by region. We can customize your checklist as well. If you have a pre-flight checklist, you have to make sure that the pilot goes through this. Okay, I did this, I did this, I did that, and that before flying, and he has to physically go there and check those boxes to make sure that he really checked that. That's also is customizable as well. So and the license also is always in 3 tiers. We have professional, business, and corporate, and depending on what you get more space in the cloud to use as a storage. You get in the terms of streaming, you can stream to more people and things like this.
Thank you. Great information. This is just so exciting to have everything just synchronized into one one platform that is just taking from each step and putting it all together and being able to provide that data to our clients. That's a fantastic thing. And I think a lot of us are really on board with the aspect of the data management and just collecting all that information ahead of time and being able to actually make it accountable of what information has been collected, and you have those documents into one spot that's going to be accessible at any time. So that's just amazing. So we only have actually a few minutes left, and so I'm going to check really quick and see if we've addressed everybody's questions in there. If you have one last minute question, I suggest you jump on there right away and get that in there. And then if not, I would like to just kind of wrap it up, Ed, with any last thoughts that you may have or anything that you would want to share with the people that have joined us today.
No, first of all, thank you for the space. Thank you for being here. Again, I cannot run away from the fact that I'm the women's in drones, and I come from the cybersecurity world. We also have women in cyber. They're very strong. They have huge associations, and they grew a lot. They're very active. You have huge companies where the CISO, which is Chief Information Security Officer, they are women, and they do an amazing job. And there's nothing different, of course, what the drone is gonna come to, right? So a lot of leadership roles in cybersecurity are being really actively done by very smart and women. So I would say, I think that, again, I don't want to be biased in my comments, but I would say that offline to anyone. I think when, like, women in terms of being super, in terms of being good, when they're good, like in the sense that I think in average they are better than men. Like if you go, because I think they are more diligent, and we are in the world, we are in the era of communication, right? So that's where we are right now, is the era of communication. And communication is about soft skills, right? It's about emotional skills. And of course, women are better than men in that sense by far, right? So, and those soft skills that are so valuable right now, I think that naturally women are stronger than men, and they can excel us in many points, and mostly in surely including in a professional life.
So wonderful words there, very inspirational. So I love this. So Paula has said, let's wrap this up with a group picture. I absolutely love that. And we cannot thank you enough. We love what you have shared with us today, and we truly value that you have spent your time with us and shared. And we're looking forward to seeing you at Commercial UAV. Woohoo!
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we'll all be there. So we'll see you. Now you already know everybody will be like, how do you know all the women, Ed? You're like, I'm Italian. What do you think?
I think I'm gonna be very
just work it, you know.
Yeah.
There you go. So I agree. Let's everybody, if possible, if you could open up your camera and let's do a quick screenshot, because I absolutely love that idea. Okay, I'm gonna drop a few of these, and then ready. I will at least warn everybody I'm about to take a picture. Okay. All right. Smile. Got it. All right. Yay. Well, thank you so much. And
Thanks, Ed. That was awesome.
Right up.
It's definitely the future.
Yes.
My pleasure.
Yes. So, and I did put your the company website into our chat a few times for us. Hopefully everybody was able to take a screenshot of that QR code that you had up there. And so we just truly appreciate you taking the time and sharing with us today. Susan, actually, hi Susan, has shared with us also and did a nice shout out saying thank you and needing to be concerned about cybersecurity. So, all right, bye everybody.
Bye, have a great week, everybody. See you next week. Thank you so much, Ed. Thanks for sharing your passion.
Thank you.
We're all fired up, man.
Thank you, Ed.
My pleasure. Bye-bye.
Everybody fly safe.
All right. Yes. All right. That kind of wraps it up.